right, so it's all together. And real quick, I want to summarize what I had to do. I had to utilize the entire throttle shaft off of the old 670 carburetor, including the butterfly and everything. The whole shaft, had to use it. I had to clog the governor. I had to put some Teflon tape around the idle screw because it was wanting to be loose and everything as well. And I find that Teflon tape is a really good alternative to get those idle screws to be tight, but in turn also not strip out the carburetor. I Loctited everything that I took apart and put back together, you know, like all the little screws in the butterfly and things like that. I re-Loctited, and I had to trim off of the back side of the choke lever because the choke lever wasn't going in far enough. So I trimmed some off of this back side so that it would go in farther, right? What else? I was unable to utilize this. This is, you know, a guide for whenever you put your screwdriver in to tune the carburetor. I was unable to utilize this because it didn't stick out far enough. Like the carburetor bolts and everything didn't stick out far enough, which wouldn't have been too big of a deal for this, but it was a very big deal for the idle control. So yeah, they just didn't line up. You know, that comes in crooked, right? And your idle screw was like over here or something. So, but I fired it up, fired right up, and no real issue there. It pumped fuel nicely. The carb is good to go, ready to go. And man, it seems nasty. So we will see. I also added the nylon mesh filter that I had. I had one and I cleaned it up really nice, an old school one, instead of this cloth filter. It's not gonna filter quite as well, but I'm okay with that. Let's see, it'll flow more. So let's put it in the wood. The chain is one that I sharpened on the grinder, and I don't know how good it's going to do. But anyways, here we go. Let's fire it up and give it a shot. Oh, it's a 32-inch full comp bar and chain. Oh. I did not go all the way through. That's how big it is, 32-inch bar and chain. And I was wailing on it. Yeah, I think that without question, I just made it. I mean, it always ran good. It always ran really good. I mean, Corey did a great job porting it. If you ever want anything ported, I definitely would recommend him highly. Corey Corp is his name. FABCORP is his little company. He's out of Oklahoma, and you can find him on the Facebook groups. What do you say? it's pretty hot. So that means it needs more fuel. So let's go ahead and give it a little bit more fuel. All right, well, it always ran spectacular, but that just sent it into a whole different league right there. That's fantastic. I mean, wow, you can really plow through the wood. Imagine what it would do if it had a really good, nice, sharp chain on it. I mean, it's not bad. You saw it cutting, it's fine. It's a fine chain, you know what I mean? But it's not super good. Like I said, I sharpened this here on the grinder, and I am known to still struggle with my grinder sharpenings. I can do pretty good by hand, but not fantastic. But that is just just sent this build into the stratosphere. That made a big difference. It was not that strong before. No chance in hell. It just was not that strong. So I inadvertently stumbled upon a really nice little modification on Jonsered 670, and that is, you got to do a little tweaking, but you can, without much effort really at all, you can get a Jonsered 820 or 920 carburetor to work on one of these things. Now, is it going to make this big of a difference on a stock saw? Probably not. It might hinder it. But this one's been ported up nicely, and clearly it just works. It works. It had good torque before. It was a really good running saw. But now, that's something special. Yeah. It's got tons of torque. I can really lay on it. Yeah. That's freaking great. So that's the bee's knees, man. Really, it is. It runs good. Hell yeah.